Alright, today I'm headed over to my buddy's place who was nice enough to let me hang out a swarm trap, and you'll see by the photos that for whatever reason they didn't want to get in the trap, they're just hanging underneath it. So had to do a little quick box making this morning. Made me a little 5-frame nuke. I've got new frames with foundation, but I've also got an old frame of drawn comb that I'm going to put in here. So we'll drop these in here and we'll see the old frame here in a second. This particular swarm trap has already caught one swarm of bees, and that one's sitting out there on my bee stand waiting to get into its new home, but I couldn't do it this morning because it was raining. That's the old frame of drawn comb a friend of mine gave me. He was nice enough to donate that to the cause. So now I have a cute little 5-frame nuke that I can put this swarm in, since they didn't like my swarm trap. And we head over there shortly, get a little film of us taking down that trap and catching that swarm. And I will see you then. Today is March the 18th. It's a Saturday. It's about 62 or 3 degrees, somewhere in that neighborhood. And this swarm box is hanging in the exact same place the previous swarm box was hanging that I caught a swarm a week ago. I hung this one in its place, and as you can see, these girls don't like the box, but they like the smell apparently. Swarm Commander does a good job, but bees do what bees want to do. That little one is in my way right here more than any of them. It'd be better if I could shake them, but that's not going to happen today. You know what, Andy? Why don't you come over here
and hold the box
and hold that side of the box?
Oh, this is better.
Put that back in your pocket. You ain't going to need it. Just hold that side of the box. I'll hold this side.
I did not set up for this. They're on me.
Just ignore them, because they're ignoring you.
Ow, that one stung me.
Alright, relax. Alright, let's set it down. Set it down on the ground. Set it down. Alright. Okay, you can go off now.
Fucker stung me.
I'm sorry.
Now, a lot of them are trying to retreat back into the box. The queen must be in the box then.
I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Let them calm down a little bit. I probably should have moved that single other frame. You alright?
It was just the one thing. It fucking hurts.
Yeah,
I got some tobacco in the house. We'll take care of it.
Spicy. You take him a Benadryl. That'll keep it under control.
You don't do the tobacco and a Band-Aid on it? You never heard that trick?
What? No. Huh?
Best thing for a bee sting is a Benadryl and an ice pack.
They say the tobacco somehow pulls the stinger out.
Logan, you want this?
Best way to get a stinger out is to scrape it with a knife.
Logan, you want this? Well, it's not too bad. It just kind of stung there for a minute.
Oh,
I'm
now we
fine
got
now.
that one. Go away.
ankles in my pants.
your pants?
In my pants! There's a bee in my pants! The fucker stung me!
I hope you got that.
The fucker was in my pants!
Oh, you crawled up your up your shoes. Yeah, they'll do that sometimes.
Fucker!
That's what happens when you have your pants down on the ground. Well, you can stop recording. Well, on my first attempt, I have the majority of them in the new nuke box from the bottom of the swarm trap. But there are a few stubborn individuals, as you can see, still trying to cling on to where she had actually attached herself to the box. They had probably about a 50-cent piece size of comb built on the bottom that I got off on the first scrape. So we're going to give them a few minutes and I'm going to try and knock them off again and see how we can go from there. Well, today, after picking up the swarm at Buddy's place, came over and thought I'd take a look at my oldest hive that I got last September. And I have a top feeder on it here with some burlap. And as you can see, I have some unwelcome guests. We used to call those piss ants. I don't know what their exact name is, but they're little teeny tiny boogers. And when I take the cloth off, they've made a nice little home for themselves in here. So this is going to have to go. Also, I have to remove my winter wrap, which seems to have done its job okay. And I'm also going to remove the front reducer. I think we're getting warm enough days now that we can take that off without any possibility of robbing. This is the swarm box that I got from my buddies this past week. They seem to be doing really well. And if all goes well today, I'm going to be moving them to their new 8-frame home over here. Got some frames taken out, ready for the move over. And they're going to go right back in the place where they are. And then later, after all that's done, I'm going to bring out the box that I took, or the swarm I boxed at my buddies earlier today. They're sitting there waiting with the screen. I'm going to set them out. I'm going to keep them closed up for a couple days and then let them do an orientation flight probably Monday. And I'll get you a little more film here as soon as I get some stuff done. Well, this is the inspection board from the bottom of my oldest hive. And as you can see, we've got bits of pollen, lots of cappings. And I haven't spotted a single mite in all of this. Now I might be missing it, but I don't see any. And this hasn't been removed since September. So not much in the way of dead bees. Of course, it can't get through the screen, but no sign of anything but cappings and pollen. So they're definitely bringing in some spring pollen. That's all fresh there. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the hive. All my girls are here, and I heard pipping last week when I brought my swarm trap out here and set it down. So it seems that I might have had a swarm take off, or at least a new queen emerge and look for somebody to fight with, because she was really, I could hear all the way out through the box. So that was a really loud pipping. That's my first experience on that. That was kind of neat, fun to watch or hear. I might pull a frame or two out here and see if I can spot the queen, or see if we've got any brood going. More to follow. As you can see, this is the bottom side of the winter feeder that I had on my box. And it looks like I didn't have quite enough ventilation, as you can see the water stains that I have underneath the feeder board, or feeder box. The hive, on the other hand, doesn't show very much in the way of mildew, so I think most of the damage is limited to the top of the feeder box. So I think next year I may increase the ventilation holes, and I didn't have the burlap in there most of only about half the winter, so maybe with more ventilation and better burlap, I will cut down on the amount of moisture that collects underneath here. Alright, pulled out the frame here. Had a little bit of damage when I pulled it up. Hope it didn't roll too many of them. But I've got a queen cell down here at the bottom. And I'm not quite sure what that one is. Looks like a queen cell, or maybe it might be a drone, because I do see a drone cell there. And over here we've got another queen cell happening. So I'm not sure if I have a laying queen in here or not. This one looks to be only reserves of nectar. Looks like we might have another drone cell up there. A couple on the side here too. So somebody's laying. There's a almost open cell. I'm not sure. I believe that might be a drone cell as well. There's a big fat drone. Just went out of sight. So we are getting some drones in here. And I believe that that right there is my queen. I'm surprised I found her. At least I think it's a queen. She's awfully big. She's a queen, I believe. Yep. Pretty sure that's her. Right there at the bottom of the frame. But I could be wrong. We'll see what else we got in. There's another rather large bee. Got several large ones in here. I'm not sure what those are. Interesting. I'm sure the folks on YouTube will enlighten me. Now there's a fat boy drone. He's doing nothing but eating and sleeping and hunting a queen. I believe that might be a drone as well. Alright, I'm going to pull a couple more out here and see what we can find. Here we have, looks like to be a newly minted drone chewing his way out. He's on his way. At least I'm pretty sure those are drone cells. They're nice and raised. Pretty sure that's not a queen cell. But he's chewing his way out. Good luck to him. Alright, I pulled a frame out here that has, of course, honey stores up in the top, but I have a lot of capped brood down here. So I've got a queen, she's busy, and the workers, look at all they've added to the bottom. I'll have to come back tomorrow with a knife and clean this up a little bit. So far I've seen, I pulled out one queen cell, and I've seen about 4 others. This side, a little bit of honey, mostly nectar, and there's 2 queen cells. I'm going to pull those off as well.
There's 3.
Yeah, I guess there's a 3rd one there too. So I'll be pulling those off as well, and I'm going to look at the other frames. But most of this down here appears to be drone comb, so I'll be glad to get rid of that. We seem to have more than our share of drones in here at the moment. So if I had a swarm, I can't really tell it. We've got a lot of bees in here. So do my best to prevent it from swarming if that's what's on their mind.
I think that was at the bottom of this one broke.
So far, all the frames except I think one have had some brood on it. Usually about 25%, maybe less. We had one frame that was literally full of brood, except for maybe the top 10%. And I've got Samuel helping me here, pulling off the burr comb off the bottom of the frames, and he's just about got this one cleaned off. And as you can see, we've had quite a lot of drone comb that they've built onto the bottom of the frames, and I'll be cleaning that up and taking me with it. Don't want to leave any hive beetle bait out here. So we've got, looks like one more frame to go, and we'll have it all cleaned up, and the girls will be ready to either pull out a new queen. So far I think we've taken off 7 queen cells. I think 2 of them had a queen in it. We've got another empty one right here. I'm going to pull that one off. Actually, it's empty. I probably will just leave it. The bees will clean that up and reuse the wax. But definitely, so we found probably 5 empties and 2 that had larvae in it. So these girls are busy, one way or the other. I'm just going to slide that one back in there. The last comb looks like it has mostly honey on it. We'll shoot a little footage of that here in just a minute. Alright, this is the last frame, and as you can see, we have another queen cell that's empty. They've been busy producing a lot of queens here, but you know,
And
bees know more about what they're doing than I do, so I'm going to trust them to do this one. And this one's mostly honey.
I suggest you get your glasses. They're about to fall in the box.
So go ahead and slide that one up. No, leave that one where it is. Now we have to put this one back in.
Oh, it's nearly empty now.
So grab that one.
You want to strip that off?
No, I'm going to leave that one on there. There you go. Just
there's one.
well, you will lose a few bees here and there. You can't save them all. Especially, and those look like mostly drone brood anyway. Be careful, you're rolling a bunch of them off. Just be careful and go slow. Give them time to get out of the way.
Too close.
Just start lowering them in. We only have so much room, and we've spaced them about as evenly as we can. Yeah, don't stick your fingers under the end of the frame. Grab it here so that you can turn it loose. Just very slowly work it down in there. There you go. And it's in. Alright, so grab the lid, stick it back on, and we're done with that one.
Second one.
And finish. Alright, forgot to record this part, but we pulled the top off of our frame, or our swarm box, and we moved all of the frames that were in that box over to their new home in this one. And as you can see, there's a few more still lying around on the bottom, so I will leave this box here for those guys to make their way over to their new house. It's going to be sitting in the same spot, so they shouldn't have any issue finding their way home once we get them out of the box. So we're going to get a lid on this, and then these guys will be happy in their new house.